Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang today. And lovely to see you all, and also very big welcome to all our friends who are joining us via internet broadcasting, as we have been doing now for some time on Sundays. Welcome to you. We're very much sitting in the same time together, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Satsang here. Very good. Okay, come. Okay.
Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
Thank you. It has been very important to be here these days and spend time here with you, in your presence and the presence of the Sangha. It has been essential to have this experience and this immersion into the freedom of my being, and to have this confirmation that this is what I have always been seeking for, and this is who I am, and that there is nothing more important and there is nothing more joyful than that.
Yeah.
And there is not much more to say. I feel that immense gratitude, really, and light and space. And
Very good.
thank you.
It's very good. It does not mean, of course, that you may not get some little mind attack or something. It will come, something from the past. Suddenly you feel, oh no, and the inclination may come like, oh no, not this again. But it's okay. If anything is really truly been recognized, that will not trip you up. Such thoughts or memories or feelings or emotions and so on, you will not be in the way of them. They can come. We don't have to be you don't have to set up some immigration desk for thoughts. It's okay, you can come. No, you can't. No. It's okay, now you see that by themselves they have no power. By themselves they have no power. Their power will be to connect up with you at some level, your belief. First in yourself as a person, and then the person is inclined to believe the thoughts that are coming. So, oh no, this is real. Oh, why is this happening? And so on. Almost as though there's no space for reflection or for inquiry. That the thoughts as they come, they are accepted, they're believed, they're identified with, and right there comes the chaos, right there comes confusion, right there comes a very unpleasant play of duality. Like that. You see? We have heard it put in different ways, like absolutely no thought. Like no thought. But it can be misleading. It can seem, that's too much. I say, let there be thoughts. Let them come. You're not creating them. In fact, the thoughts appear does not amount to thinking. Thinking happens when identification with thought come, and you start to say, well, this is happening to me, and why is this? And then the thinking, you can say, is there. But just that thoughts appear, if they don't connect with identity, they don't register in consciousness, and so effectively they are not experienced. Nothing comes out of it. And in fact, there's so many thoughts appear in the space of the mind, what you may say as mind, but you have no record of them. Why? Because there was no interest. And if there's no interest, there's no activity, not worth mentioning, like that. You see? So the root and the key is identity. If you take yourself to be merely a person with all that psychological history and belief and so on, then thought activity will very much be part of your world, part of your ambient. You see, you'll be constantly thinking and, negative thoughts and positive and jumping around, judgments and fears. These will be your shadows almost. But as you come to recognize more clearly your true place, which is thought-free, it does not mean thoughts cannot come, but they cannot overwhelm you, because it becomes clear what you are not, that you're not merely personality. Personality is only a kind of costume that the beingness seem to wear for a while, and these costumes, like your regular costumes, you change from time to time. We grow out of many concepts which we believed in some while ago. They are redundant now. Like old clothes, you won't fit into them anymore. You see? There is a space within you where no concepts rule. It's not a space of growth particularly. It is more like a kind of isness, amness. It is never pulled into the bubble of any thought activity. But witnessing of thought activity and other activities occur to it somehow. But it is not part of that activity, not affected by it, does not admit to it even, because there's no duality there. And the outcome of real seeking must bring you to a place beyond duality. Not that duality is anything wrong, it's just you become more and more subtle, the consciousness becomes more refined into a pure space here. Where is this space? It is here also. All journeys, true journeys, are inward. Physical journey is only for physical body. If there's true journey, it's a journey in true refining your consciousness. Yes, until you feel you reach the space of what you may call divinity or pure consciousness. Anyway, we don't have to hold on too much to this. So some people, they've been here for some time, and they will be finding that this is happening naturally. They cannot pinpoint to any particular thing to say, oh, it's because of this. Just their minds and beings are immersed in the energy field of Satsang. And so somehow things come back into a kind of harmony naturally. You see?
This is exactly what I felt.
Yes.
That it happened without effort.
Yes.
It was just a realignment, because something in me always, myself always is there, but it was covered with some slight gentle ideas. That was identification with it, and there is clarity about the futility of these ideas now. That mostly about the future, visions, dreams, things like that, and now they don't have the power to take me into the future. But really, this process of just watching them pass is there, and it's great freedom.
Yes, and perceiving them as ideas. You see, that you don't need to connect up with them.
And another good question that was in the consciousness was about relationships. And that was also a great insight into that. That it's not that I need to avoid relationships or cling to them. It's more putting the right priority. That truth is the most important, and relationships happen around it. For me, it was a great realization, and my wish for connecting in that terms, so to say, in the terms of truth, and not in other ways and motives. Other motives for relationship is falling away, I feel, for me.
Very good.
So thank you.
Very good. Let everything happen spontaneously. You are simply focusing on the sense of being first. Unmixed being. Not going shopping for other experiences. And in that simple focus, you may say, or natural harmony, like that, there seems to be a kind of abundance anyway. Why abundance? Because you're already in a state of contentment. When you're in a state of contentment, everything seems abundant. When you're in a state of need, it's never enough. The belly of the mind is never full. So paradoxically, when you're empty of that, somehow there seems to be contentment is there. And these things, what is beautiful, you can find them out straight away. You can find out straight away. The pure self is not hidden on the layers and layers of objects or time. It is here, it's timeless. It's not deep, 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 deep. It's depthless. Only our belief in certain concepts and clinging to those concepts seems to create a kind of blindness. A veil. But this veil is not real. And the one who feels lost is not truly the one you are. And it's such a joy to discover this. You see? Very good. Thank you. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Please come. Thank you. Very nice. It's like your dress, like the patterns. Thank you. You say thank you. Thank you.
So, I guess I'm still.
Speak in the microphone.
I guess I'm still shopping in the marketplace because I wouldn't be here. Because I'm still searching for the experience of this. Is that true?
Oh, I don't mean like that. You're still. It must be understood correctly, because very often misunderstanding comes before understanding comes. You see, many things mind quickly misinterpret or hears in a slanted way. If you are here, you see, you cannot go wrong. You cannot have too much of truth. You see? So it's if it feels like, well, I must still be shopping because I came here also in search of something. So it means I'm still searching. So then what it means that you must not search. But then who are you who must not search? If you still have a sense of who you are, and this feels like it's still me, a person or something, it's still very personal, then the very seeking is to go beyond the limits of the person, because the person is rarely content for very long. It's always hitchhiking from experience to experience, because it is a restless state. And something is searching for that which is unchangingly peaceful and stable, truth. So until that is somehow clear for you, then don't give up seeking prematurely for some concept that seeking means you're still not finding. Because you may say, well, as some people do, they say, well, when I gave up seeking, I said, oh, okay, and you were what? Who gave up seeking? From being a seeker, you became a finder, or what? But who are you still? Are you not still person? Are you some person who is saying, when I gave up seeking? Who is speaking? Is it the pure self that is speaking? It would not be saying, it would not be making this kind of admission, when I gave up seeking. So there's still something, there would still be something smelly there. Who? So, no, you stay put. Because when that time comes, let it take you somewhere else. Don't let your mind tell you, because the mind wants to tell you, look, you've done enough, you've got enough now, time to leave. Set up your own school. Or you've got it, now it's time to go to India. It says many things, and it's really the crucial thing is who is there still listening to it. You see, very cunning, very clever thing. So how will the seeker be very clear as to what is true or not? Somehow the seeker quietly gets absorbed into the self. And the seeker's search and questions, they dissolve also.
So is it okay to play from that silence? It feels like I'm playing with every word that I say, with every action that I do.
Yes, because this one is still there. It's okay for me to play. But my question is, who are you? And this is not easy, and I know that sometimes it just seems to go over your head, what I'm saying, but yet it's really the master key. If you understand, you see, it's okay for me to play. When you are absorbed, you don't even have the sense, I should go and do this. Everything is naturally happening by itself. Everything is spontaneous. Everything is unfolding in a harmony. And when all things are unfolding in a harmony, You're not even with desire particularly. Not these gripping urges to do something. Everything is it starts with you. You're already the harmony. So everything in your world becomes harmonious. Even if you're sick, it seems to be inside the harmony. You see? Whatever is happening, it's just something doesn't panic about it. It's just like it's kind of okay. It's not that your life is surrounded by flowers and sweets and ice cream. It's not like that. It could be whatever it is, but something feels okay with it. You see? It's a very subtle thing. Very subtle thing. This is why I say to hunt for this high feeling, So it's okay for me to do this. And says, yeah, but you are what? See, this voice I know quickly, you see. You are what? I am the self? No, the self doesn't ask this question. Does not have this doubt. Those questions themselves, they fade away. They come for the person. You see? And it's the person who becomes confused somehow. But what is this person also? It is an aspect of consciousness, but a very limited form of consciousness. And it seems as though the consciousness seemed to swap its universality to become localized as a person. And it enjoys being the person for a while, to feel the secrecy and the sort of the sense of autonomy and privacy that a person likes. It enjoys for a bit to taste all these experiences and somehow to come to recognize itself again through these experiences. But for a while it can drift from experience to experience, you see. Keep on, tell me.
I don't know how else to describe. I just feel that silence and.
Yeah.
But things are happening.
Yes.
So I have to participate.
Yes. Do you feel that things are happening to you? Or just things are happening?
Sometimes, but I recognise that it's just happening.
Yeah. That even the sense of you is also a kind of happening. The sense of a you is still a kind of happening, but also perceived in a space that itself is not happening. Would it feel a bit like that?
Yes, in the two.
Yes.
Oscillation.
Yes.
But always that.
Yes. So there is something that is not caught in the oscillation.
Yes.
There is something that feels like an identity is in the oscillation, and when the oscillation is in, it feels, yes, thank you, I'm here again, very good, thank you so much, thank you, very good, thank you, namaste. And then when it swings out, it goes, oh my God, no, not again. This is oscillation. And there is that in which oscillation is perceived. It's neither one extreme or the other. It's not oscillating. That's the one you say is just here, isn't it?
Yes. So my love should be respected and honoured and celebrated, if for want of better words, as much as my hate. It's all the same joy.
You're not concerned about that.
No.
That's a reading for others to make. Here, there's only, you may call this like love. You see, there is no real place for hate, because the love is not personal. When the love is not personal, it is pervading everything. You can feel sadness, you can feel some annoyance, some anger, but it can't stay. It's like a plant without roots. It can't stay. Cut flowers, they can't stay. They will wither. You don't have to do anything else to them. But the love is prevailing. Love is a higher energy. It is sustaining. It replenishes and nourishes and nurtures life. Hate makes life heavy, sludge-like, oppressive, depressed, lethargic, resistant. But truth, when I speak of truth, this is the womb of life itself. From there, what you may call the dynamicness of life emerges from this, what I call truth. Yourself is not different from truth.
I feel like I understand that. I don't know how to... That's all inside, somehow, that separateness. I don't know how to physically be.
Yes.
It's just...
Yes, nobody knows how to do it. You don't want to know. You don't really need to know how to live. It's a hoax. You don't need to know how to live. If somebody teach you how to live, you'll be some strange thing. No, you must not know how to live. You are life. If you turn life into a technique, you become some strange thing. They'll tell you how to listen. When people are speaking, you'll go. And they'll teach you technique, how to listen, how to breathe. All these things, you should not have to worry about them. Your life. Just you remain. Be conscious of your being. How effortless it is. And how the senses are functioning. And the information of them reports to that central being. And that everything is happening spontaneously. You see? But the minute you touch, how should I? A clumsiness come. Then fears come, doubts come, wrong decisions happen, and then people go, "Arr!" Like this, and you feel, oh my God, how can I do this? And you're in that space. But it's almost as though you don't exist any. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. It's almost as though you personally is not existing anymore. Not like that. You're like a space that is incomparable. Nothing can compare to that completeness and your joy. It cannot be understood. No one can understand you. Your twin will not be able to understand you here. You see? Because you are not information. You're pure spirit, moving in this form, as all things are. You're conscious of this. And yet, you don't have to amputate any part of your being for this. You can still eat your ice cream and laugh and dance and enjoy, but somehow it's like just like the waves on the ocean are just playing. But you're also the depth. You're always fresh. You are never yesterday. And tomorrow is just some notion. A notion in your ocean. You are not worried about anything. You see? On the surface, superficially, of course, the life goes. You got hands, no? You do something with your hands. Your eyes look and say, this is very nice. Oh, you put this there, very nice. You find all of this is happening. But inside, there's total serenity. You find the mouth is speaking. Oh, this is very nice. And where did you put this? And inside, nothing. Nobody speaking. Am I scaring you? We overrate the idea of being a person. It can be there. It's not a big deal. We make a big deal of it. We being what? Consciousness. Person also is aspect of consciousness, but it is very compressed, contracted form of consciousness, limited. The body has its limits also. Consciousness can even bring a quality of unlimitedness even into the body, if it wishes to. The life unfolding, let the life unfold. Somehow, yours is taken care of in all of that. Whichever way. You're not putting in your own little, list. You're not sending your little checklist into life. Please, let me have this and this and this today. No. Eyes open, life is unfolding, dancing. You're not the one so much living, scanning, and navigating. You're simply here. If somebody asks you anything, you don't have to rehearse any answer. Spontaneously, whatever comes. But maybe this brings fear for some people. The fear of losing control or something, as if you had any. But we have the idea of control is very good. And self-control is an aspect of consciousness too. I'm not going to go through all of that right now. Who can instruct life? So many things, remember this, do this, be like this, be very mindful. Too much. Too much. You only have to discover one thing, and everything becomes automatic. Or you can try and study everything and be clumsy. Always limited. You have the most brilliant mind in the world and still you don't know anything. Mind is easily afraid. As soon as you turn towards, as soon as the attention turns towards the truth, fear comes for many people. When it turns towards the world and the senses, we feel comfortable because we give mind so much value, like the mind is a virtue, the personal mind or something. As soon as the attention turns towards inwardly to explore truly into your nature, fear will come. Even sometimes in satsang, some people come for the first time. The minute they sit, even before you speak, they want to leave. They're going, excuse me, I have to go. Where are you going to the toilet? No, home. Have to get away because something feels uncomfortable. No, can't. So many people, they have tasted these resistances and they know that it's just my mind. My mind is uncomfortable.
Not really.
Not you, generally speaking, generally. For a while, then it go. Don't try too much to fit into this world. It fits into you. You don't try too much to fit into it. And trust your life expression. You don't have to be like anybody. But don't try to be unlike anybody. Just stay with your beingness and watch your flower unfold. Don't compare with anybody's life. Don't think someone's life is better than you. Stay with your being. On the surface, we're not all meant to look alike. Everything can be unique. Even on a flower, no two petals are the same. This uniqueness is there. And consciousness can continue to make billions of flowers. Everyone unique, if you want. And yet, The source is one. You must find the source.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Good, good. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Mooji, I came here because I feel like I have no options left. And this is the only way.
That's good, no?
Yes, I hope so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you have no options left and you come to satsang, oh, you're a good thing. If you don't have any options left and you end up in the red light district of your mind, there's big trouble. And then you seem to have a lot of options, no? You have no options. Sorry. Yes, very good. I'm very happy. I am listening, no? It's okay.
I have this fear of dying and losing my children, and I have this big panic attacks, and they are taking over my whole body. And then it becomes very difficult to stay.
Yes. Because you believe that you are all your children have.
Yes.
That you yourself are a child to something who is taking care of both you and your children. Everyone, our karmas and destinies are somehow nothing you can control so much, no? Only of the body mind and like this. It's just one of the great things of life in some way, that if we become too attached to our physicality, then there's so much unfinished business. There is so much loose ends that you cannot get all together like that. Your parents came out of your grandparents, and you from your parents, and your children from you. All along there is something that takes care of everything. And though we may feel that, if you leave this body, then a hardship will be there for the ones you love. If it is like that, and you cannot know, still in everything there is a wealth. You see? Because there is a wealth in poverty, and there's a poverty in wealth also. And each one somehow is not just accident. Such an amazing power and wisdom underlies the flow of all things in the universe. then the limitations of life, is compelling you to go deeper, you see. Behind the facade of the person, into the space of being. When you come here, a different reassurance is here, a different feeling is here. While we stay on the realm of personhood, it will feel like, somehow this is so real and my business here is so important and so on. And many people have had that. Some business people had like that. They were so attached to the business, they have no space to even breathe. They have to get back to the business like that. And then something happened, maybe some breakdown or something happened. And they found that the breakdown looked on the surface to be the worst thing, turned out to be the best thing also for them. They saw that the business continued, or whatever happened to it happened, but they discovered something that they were totally not expecting. That life, though it may collapse, from your projection point of view, actually gave a richness on every side, you see. And they found life. They found a much broader life because of this. Sometimes a relationship comes to an end. This seems the most painful thing. And yet it gives life again. Choices that you would not make easily by yourself. Life compels in you to go through some things, And it is never vindictive. It is always corrective, offering you a way to review your actions and to make higher choices. This is the beauty, because the natural impulse of life is to evolve, and to evolve towards a simplicity, not complexity, to simplicity, to a joy, to harmony, to emptiness, in fact. Because only when you become empty of intention and identity and all of these things that brings a kind of claustrophobia in your being, when you are empty of them, then you become truly universal, spontaneous, intuitive, happy. But from the human conditioned perspective, it feels, it's going into the unknown, and we try to create as many knowable points, to reassure ourselves that the next step will be safe and so on. And unexpectedly, it creates a lot of insecurity. Trying to be safe creates a lot of insecurity. Whereas becoming more clear in your heart as to who you are, something relaxes into life, and you see that life cannot die. Truth cannot die. And these are things that we find out, you discover in ways not mental, not theoretical or intellectual, some other way that we come to know something in the very core of our being, So, rather than put so much time to try and do all the earthly things to ensure something that even then you cannot guarantee, even if you are the most wealthy person in the world, who can afford all the care in the world, you cannot guarantee that it will bring happiness, wisdom, joy, completeness. You see? So use this time instead to come fully in while your body is warm. Find that which is infinite. And then a new way of perceiving will be there in you. And that will have a physical it will impart something also, tangibly, into even this world. You see? Because you don't want to leave a legacy of fear, or to live in that, when your being has so much potential.
I can feel it when I look at you. Yes, I can feel it.
Yes.
It's, you say a legacy, because my mother, she was also very afraid, and my grandmother, and so
Yes, yes.
it's a sort of a family thing.
Yes. What an inheritance.
Yes.
To
And when I'm afraid, I become controlling, and I think I can control life and death, and go to the doctor and check and things like that. Because, and I know it's not true.
It's not true because you're not happy.
No.
You see, and also it takes a lot of energy to keep
lot.
it up.
Yes.
Mm. So now you can begin to enjoy again.
And trust.
Trust is very important.
Yes.
Natural trust, not trust with a list. I want this and this. Just kind of a trust to life, every moment. Trust, but not waiting. Not waiting. Patience, but not waiting. We're not waiting. Why are you late? It's late now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Come. Okay. The greatest thing in the life you can find today. Why? Because it's not somewhere else. It's not somewhere else. It's not in another part of Portugal or another part, goes especially in India, or it's in some cave. It's in the cave of your own heart. This is why I'm so happy to meet you, and we can talk. Says, look, don't come for little thing. Don't come for little thing. Little things pass. Come for the biggest thing. What is the biggest thing? Or let's say the best. What's the best you can receive in your life? Tell me.
Oh, Mooji. Well, I think this is why I came here today. It's to ask you to help me to permanently abide in the source
Okay.
and completely let go of the
very easy.
identification.
Very easy.
with
I'm
the
going to
ego.
show you right now. So easy question like that. Easy. Huh? So easy thing. Mind is always looking for how to do something. It imagines something to be separate. How can I come even to this place which is effortless? How can I come to this place which is effortless, which is just pure, where I'm naturally happy? How is it possible to do this? I say, easy. Because, what is your name?
Surya.
Surya. So Surya. Do you have to keep remembering you are Surya? No, you don't have to. You don't have to remember. And then if I ask you what is your name, you didn't have to think about it. Let me see. No. Just Surya. So even if you were just running somewhere in a hurry and somebody goes, Surya, yeah? You didn't have to stop and think, who am I? My Surya? Oh, you're talking? Yeah, you didn't. No, it's there, isn't it? You don't have to remember that. It's there. And even this name, Surya, this body was not born with the name Surya on it. It had no name come. Somebody thought about it. Should we call this like this or that? So it is not original to you. And even that you don't forget. there's something there that is even more effortless than Surya. Than remembering the name. Surya, you don't have to remember, no? You were not born with this name, no? No, okay. So so you don't have to remember even this name. It's there with you. There is something here that's even effortless, more effortless than even this. The very thing you are searching for. The very thing you are searching for. That's why I'm so happy. I tell you, so easy. The very thing you are searching for, which is total effortlessness, effortlessly happy. You see? What is there in you that does not require any practice? No practice at all. Even your breath, you don't practice. You're not practicing your breath. And yet, this had to be there before even your breath is taken. And naturally even. Where is it that you don't have to make any effort? You don't have to make any effort to be. It is there already. Even your efforts to be something is already too much effort. What am I speaking about? I'm answering your question in the most direct way. Because if you ask me, Mooji, I've got the Lamborghini and, the engine is not working so well. Do you know how to I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. Vishnu might help you. He's here, you can do this thing. But you gave me such an easy break. You asked me, how can I find myself? How can I be myself? I said, oh, this is so easy. It's so much fun. You see? Because in our mind, there's something tell you, no, but you have to meditate a lot, and contemplate. Maybe you have to be a yogi and put your legs over your head or something. You have to do a lot of things, You have to always be praying and mantra. And these things, they have their place, it's fine. But you need them to be. Maybe you might need these things to stop being what you're not. But you cannot need them to be what you are. There's nothing you need to do to be what you are. But there is something you need to discover in order to stop being what you're not. That is all. No effort is required to be what you are. Effort is required to stop being what you're not. We're all living in an idea of who we are. And if the effort of spirituality is to look at that and to see if that is true or not. Because if truth is true, it must be natural. And if it's natural, it must be effortless also. Suppose everything in your life is effort. Everything, even to be, effort. To breathe. Suppose you have to make effort to breathe. You can't go to sleep. You might forget. So the most natural thing requires no effort. The unnatural thing requires effort. Now we have identified with something which is not quite true. And there was a time in your life you did not want it. You would not have embraced it. But once we embrace these ideas we have about ourselves, we grew into them. And then they start to feel like, yeah, it's me. But then you have to keep it up. And then you have to keep up more of it. And become more and more something. And then after a while you feel, my God, I think I got it wrong. Then something seems to like, I have to undo all of this. And then I tell you, not so much you have to undo. You just now must recognize what is true. And then what is not true, it cannot survive and it will collapse. misunderstanding is at the root. And identity. First misunderstanding, wrong identity. Identifying with time. This body is a time body. The body does not say it is you. It is you who think you are the body. When you believe you are the body, you who are timeless became time. And time says, all that you see, all that you sense belongs to me. Because I eat everything. Then fear comes, oh my God, oh my God. One day, even if I believe with all my might, I still see that the bodies, they go. Then this body may go. Then what's going to happen to me? Then you need to find out if this one who has this fear is you. Because it seems we have no doubt that this one is you. It is connected, because it's connected through belief, made it seem real. And it came from, it is an aspect of consciousness. This is why you believe I am this. But it is a very, very limited aspect of consciousness. When you go into deep sleep, are you you? Which part of it is you? In the waking state, you're a wife and you're a doctor. In deep sleep, are you a wife and doctor? You have a husband? Are you a doctor? Are you rich or poor? In deep sleep, not dream now. Are you there? I mean, are you most real in your waking state, less real in your dream state, non-existent in your deep sleep? Is it like that? Can there be an unbroken being? Or that your being is broken up into sections? Which is most real? Are you most real in your waking state? And which is the most real of the rotating states of waking, dreaming, deep sleep? Which is the most real one? Is there a thread that runs through each state? All of them. And what is this thread? In deep sleep you have no identity. So you don't have any husband or wife or children or family or religion, or nothing is there for you, not even God. And you're quite happy in this state. Don't we spend good money to buy the best bed, to forget everything? Do you go to bed screaming? I'm going into the unknown. I'm going to the unknown. Please, don't leave me, don't leave me. Aren't you happy to say, ciao? Where do you go? In all the rooms, the bedroom is very often given so much. It's like a shrine, because here I forget the world. And not just the world, even myself I forget. And I'm happy. Do you not enjoy sleep? Or some people say, I don't know anything about it. I only know if I slept well if I look in the sheets and the sheets look rough. I think I didn't sleep good. Do you enjoy sleep? Are you there? The one that was in the state of deep sleep is also here. It's also here, with the waking state playing in front of it. But the same depth of looking is there. You asked me a question, a profound question in a way, question that human beings have been asking for thousands of years. How can I find real happiness that lasts forever? Can I find a peace, a life that doesn't end in death? Oh yes. Can I be happy unbrokenly? Oh yes. You don't believe? I'm going to prove it. Can I say like that? Huh? How can we prove these things? Can be proved because so far we have only heard them as theories and, mysteries and so on. Can we prove? Can I prove that you are this? Hmm? Every thought you perceive, can it exist without you who perceive it? What is first? What is earliest? Any thought, any feeling, any emotion, can they exist independent of your perceiving of them? Isn't it you that perceive them? Do they perceive you? Isn't it you who perceive them? Don't you see them coming and going? Coming and going, everything. Even the greatest concept, the greatest thought, can it exist without you? What is the greatest concept? Come on, let's do it. Take me at my word, because I say I'm going to prove you are that. What is the greatest concept?
Love.
Love. Yes. What is love without you?
I'm love.
You're sure about it?
Not 100%.
You perceive love, isn't it?
Yeah.
You also perceive not love, or hate, or selfishness, or greed, or emotion. All of this you perceive or not? You perceive them, isn't it? You see them. You know them. They don't know you. You know them, isn't it? Every emotion, every feeling, nice or not nice, without you, they are nothing at all. They all report to you. You're the perceiver, the experiencer, the enjoyer, or the non-enjoyer of them. Is true or not? So, if each and everything must report to you, you must be the common denominator of all of these. Means that whatever happens, you must be there to perceive it. In your experience, in your world, isn't it? So for a moment, you can leave everything aside then, because they are secondary to you. They're not original to you. Does it make sense what I'm speaking? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So leave everything for a moment. Leave everything for a moment. Huh? Until nothing, no item, no quality can remain, because it's you who perceive. Leave everything aside. Suppose you can take each thing out, each thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 million, 2 million, everything out. Last thing, ping, out. Okay? Isn't there something that you cannot remove?
Yes.
What is that?
This full. It's not full. This like awareness that is all.
Yes. And you are what?
This.
Can you take your awareness out?
Well, awareness is only a word, a concept,
Okay.
but if it's like trying to express this
Yes.
kind of feeling, it's take this.
Try to not be aware. Try to perceive anything without awareness. Is it still something in your head, what I'm saying?
This kind of attachment to the awareness stays a little bit there, coming and going. So
Attachment to awareness. What is attached to awareness?
probably not so much the person, but the witness of the person. It's kind of identifying with this awareness.
Yes. But the weakness of the person must also be aware.
Yes. So this awareness is prior to the
Yes.
witness.
Yes, yes. Yes. Therefore you can say the weakness is also witnessed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And that, where is the witness and the person manifesting?
Yeah, okay. And you are what again? You are what?
That, where the witness and the person manifests.
Okay. What trouble you have?
This process of it's not, I cannot say perceiving it anymore, because when you are in that silence, that's where the person and the awareness, and the witness manifests, it's easy, but then you jump again to the...
Isn't jumping just a kind of an idea or a movement you perceive? Does jumping have anything to do with awareness jumping? Did awareness jump?
No.
No.
Even the jump is the awareness, is the everything.
Yeah. So what must I help you to do again?
Completely let go of the identification with this ego. It's like an interesting process, because what makes the difference? I mean,
What is interested in the ego?
What is interested in the
Yes.
ego?
Yes. Is it the pure awareness that is interested in the ego?
No, it's more like I don't know if I can say the witness of the ego that is
Okay.
making this bridge in between or something.
So what do you need to do then now? Tell me, just honestly, because I understand what you say. Then some things keep putting attention to the projection that comes from the weakness, and it gets identified with the person, and that creates some unpleasantness, isn't it? So what do you need? What do you need to do?
Let go that.
You're speaking now from awareness or from the weakness?
I would say from awareness.
Yeah. Does awareness have to let go of it?
No.
This is what I want to ask you. But for this, you must sit a little bit and go over this thing over again and over, just to clarify. Just to clarify. And sometimes as you begin to look, just to clarify, not to create, not to imagine, just to clarify again, you may find that your mind is losing focus. And it starts to think of an email you should have sent or something. Or an appointment you should make to see the doctor about your teeth. Or something like this. Okay? And you will see that somehow this kind of play of distraction is to do with some force inside that seems to be afraid to just be the truth that you are. And that's why it keeps recreating this kind of personal connection to play as the person.
It's like the ego feeling that it's losing the ground of being. So it has these strategies to try to get some energy and be alive again.
Where is the ego right now? Where is he? The one you're talking about?
Far away.
How far?
Actually, it's only an illusion.
Thank you. It has to be looked at, just this to sit, a little bit sitting, looking, sit looking. And this sitting looking can look like you're not doing anything. You're looking sometimes, and another moment you're just being. And then the power to look again, and then being. And then look again. This is all you have to do. When the power is there just to clarify what is the correct position here. And you can confirm that ultimately everything ends in this silence, this empty space, which is at the same time full, not of things, but of being, just full of what? Contentment, peace, something like that. You are not believing this. You are simply noticing and confirming this. Otherwise, somehow it's easy to keep the mind, and this thing is happening, and why can't I stop, and why can't I do this? And this I, it has become a comfortable place for the beingness to be. It is hanging out, the beingness is hanging out in the form of the person. It gets used to functioning as a person, you see. But yet it becomes an agitated state while holding on to the notion of personhood. And this is why this irritations, this restlessness, this anger, this frustration, all of this comes. And yet at the same time, it is good that the restlessness, the agitation is there, because it becomes unbearable at a certain point. And when things become unbearable, you're compelled to go deeper or higher, like this. We need a little trouble in life. Otherwise you go to sleep. And the wrong kind of sleep. The sleep that makes you forget your real home. And trouble come a little bit to get you to exercise your powers of discernment and to aspire for the higher thing within you, to go higher within yourself. And as you go higher within yourself, you see, then all the play of the lower energies, they exhaust their power. They can't come to you. This is why when you sit in satsang, your mind is waiting at the gate. Says, I'm just here, darling. I'm just here. Right? When you finish, come on, Chello, let's go. Doesn't want to be with you, can't be with you, because your energy is too high. The energy is too high. So that level of functioning of the psychological identity, it's not able to stay with you. because you're too undivided. When you divide your power, you become personal, then he can talk with you. He knows very much what buttons to press when you become personal. It is like that. And the more you stay in the person, the more you are accustomed to that level of that energetic level, you see. There's a story, Papaji, my master, used to tell this story, that there were a group of women. We call them fisherwomen, but they didn't go to sea actually. They go only to the shores of the sea, where the fishermen come and they take the fishes in the basket, and then they go to the town and they sell the fish. And the story goes that 3 fisherwomen, these women, they went through the forest, and then they come out to the sea. They collected all the fish from the fishermen, and then now they're going home. They're going back. But on the way through the forest, great storm comes. Lightning. And then rain comes. And the rain is coming heavy. And now they don't put the phone, don't put it down. No, don't put it down. And, this is your chance. And then they're going through, and then the lightning is coming. And a lot of coconut trees is usually easily struck by lightning. It could kill you, So they're running. And on the way through the forest, there is one little hut where a woman who is a florist, she sells flowers. She lives in this hut. And then she sees this fisherwoman running with the basket, and she calls, "Hey, come. And they look, and they had no choice because it's too dangerous. So they run to her house. And she says, "Oh, darlings, you cannot go like this. You know how dangerous it is. You must spend the night here. This will be a long night. The rains will be here." They were a little bit uncomfortable with the idea because they are so used to sleeping in their own homes. But the rains are strong, and she said, come, stay here. So she took them inside and leave your baskets here. Come inside. And she put them in a room where all her flowers are there. All dried lavender and all different things is there. And she says, sleep here. In the morning you can go. So she left them, and then they went to lie down. And after 2 hours, none of them can sleep. None of them can sleep. Nice cushions, things to sleep, but nobody can sleep. So one is get restless, and another one says, "Why are you moving so much?" He says, "I can't sleep. It's a terrible smell in here. All these flowers, it's disgusting. I can't sleep." The other one said, yes, it's true. I can't. It's terrible. I can't smell it. There's this horrible jasmine smell, horrible. And the third one, she says, "Look, let's try because, look, what can we do? We cannot just stay up all night." She said, "But you can sleep?" She said, "No, it's true. I can't sleep. I can't stand the smell of these roses. It's too much. It's horrible." So then she gets up and she says, "Hang on a second." She goes, open the door, and she gets her the fish basket. She puts it in the rain, wet it a little bit, and she puts it into the room. And they all slept very nice, happy, with the smell of fish, because that's what they're used to. You get used to a certain kind of things because that's the habit. And all the more beautiful things, sometimes the higher state of consciousness which is in you, your mind cannot stand it because it's horrible. When I go, there's nothing to do. Nothing to do. And so you don't allow yourself to experience the natural peace because the idea there is boring, nothing to do. What is there to do? And you purchase this idea. You see? So sometimes you have to get acclimatized to the higher states of consciousness within our own self. Because the mind wants to go back down always to some lower state. And this state is troubling you. This is the paradox of all of this. When you are nothing, paradoxically, you feel you're in harmony with everything. But the mind is afraid of this sense of nothingness. Because in our culture, nothingness has no value. We are conditioned to be the best something you can be, and not nothing. Your parents will not be happy. What are you doing? Nothing. Where are you going in life? Nowhere. What? I didn't raise you up to be nobody. Nobody wants to be nobody. If you are someone, it would take a lot of energy to try and be the emptiness, to be the natural. Why? Because the very one who is trying to be the natural is unnatural. What you're trying to be is already what you are. But it takes a while again to be aware of this. It will not seem true. Or should I give you some techniques? It's good like this?
You show the way.
Yeah. I don't show any way. A way means away. Away means some place to go. I don't tell you any place to go. If you have to go, it means that it's not here. That which is here does not require a way. It's a wayless way. If there's a path, it means you must travel. If you must travel, it will mean you're not there. There's some place you cannot not be. Because the world is not ready for something so simple. We create a lot of elaborate spiritual techniques to try and get someplace, but that someplace is in the mind you create. The difficulty is in the mind. If you trust your mind, then you'll try your mind's way. Your mind come and go. Mind is like the wind, you can see. The nature of the wind is to come and go, to move about. But yourself is like space. Space does not move about because it is everywhere. The wind needs the space. But space does not need the wind. It allows the wind. Yourself is like the space. It is already here, timelessly. Space does not grow. It doesn't have good days and bad days. It does not know Sunday or Tuesday. It just is. All our species of human being are suffering because we are not conscious of what is. We are only obsessed with what is to be, to become, to change, to fix, to hold, to get, to lose, to fight, all of these things. This is why meditation is to what? To show you what is. That what is and you are same thing. But our conditioning fights this. It wants something. It has the itch for something else. It loves else. And it's always pursuing else. It's rarely content. In fact, never content. Contentment is not to have something. Contentment is to be nothing. You don't have to tell anybody that, no. They don't handle it well. Don't tell anyone, I'm nothing. Be nothing. But to pretend to be something. You may have to go, what do you do? Yes, I'm an electrician. That's what I do. You see? Who are you? I'm John. It's enough. It's enough for them. Okay, this is John. It's enough. They don't need to know anymore. But you know you are not John. John is just your stage name. I wonder how you hear these things. Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
I forgot all the words I was supposed to say.
That's good. Suppose you keep on just forgetting everything else too.
What a beautiful day to die.
Who says these type of things?
It's coming spontaneous right now.
Yeah.
What a beautiful dying.
Yeah.
I had all these nice, beautiful words to say, but nothing is coming.
I like what is coming.
I know I was always that, the self, and I was hiding. I was pretending everything else than the self.
immensely grateful to be here.
Yes.
Immensely grateful to all the beautiful beings. The talent, or the remaining bits of my small ego. The only word I can say that is closely to what I can say is pure sacredness happening.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you to my sister. I hope she's watching from Greece. She's the only one that supports me.
Yes.
Thank you to all of you.
Yes.
To you. And thank you is not enough.
Yes.
This what can I say? Thank you.
I hear you. Very good. Very good.
Thank you for calling me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Omsen. Effortlessly.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a quick question. I'm visiting a community called Tamara nearby, and they practice free love in this community. And I'd like to know what's your opinion on free love from a spiritual point of view.
What did it mean, free love?
Non-exclusive relationships.
None. Non-exclusive.
Meaning open relationships.
Open relationship. This is open relationship.
Yeah, so it's like where a couple can have sexual encounters with other people and still be in a partnership. Because it's a bit like they see it as from a point of a stand of unconditional love. Like, I love you even though you have sex with somebody else. I love you even though you leave me for somebody else. So I think this is their take.
And that happens, is it true? I mean, you have this love?
I don't know. I don't really practice it, but I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I think
like
it is very appealing at a certain level for some mind like that. What I have experiences with people who have also experimented in this way, like that, and it's not a new thing, no. And it has its place, I suppose, for some people, not for everyone, and even not for everyone who participate also, because we had one situation where one man came with his wife here also, and they had been in this kind of experiment or this way of living for some years. But after a while here, of being here in a short time, she came forward and just expressed that she was deeply unhappy in her heart, but because she could not admit something out of her love for her partner, her husband. She went along with something that was not truly true for her in her heart, but she went because he wanted more for that, and she did. And then she also explored a bit with this, but they came together actually to talk about it, and then I sensed. I said, "This is more suitable for you than you, isn't it?" And he said, "Yes," like that. But he felt like because he felt it was okay to do this, and she tried to feel like that, but she was not feeling like this. And I know of other people who somehow forced themselves in a way to do this for a bit, and also they had some difficulty later on like that. I don't see that necessarily it is a bad thing. It's fine. It's some people seem to be fine with it. I don't know any of them particularly hear about it. I don't feel that one has to. You can try, because in life we try, and sometimes you feel, yes, I want to see where this goes, and for each one it will be different. For each one it will be different.
Because you could imagine that since it's a difficult position to be in, like there will be a lot of trouble, and trouble makes you grow, so it will maybe accelerate the process of realization. I don't know, maybe that's their point of view.
It's a good try. It's a good try. That's going to look for trouble now. Not just finding trouble. Here we focus mostly on self-discovery. And we relate with each being from this place. We don't say, this is wrong, that's wrong, and so on. First you focus on your own liberation. You don't have to go into a cave to do that. Right in the middle of things where all beings are here, we focus on who we are in this. And as you have noticed, when we look together, we look at all the different things that may come up in the human mind, and we see, okay, these like this, but these are all a play of transience. You understand? It's all play of impermanence. And that is okay, because what feels more strange is not to accept the changeful for being what it is, and to try and make what is changeful by nature sort of like constant. When we look and see that all things report to that central consciousness, and from here you see that many ideas we have about ourselves, that we try to hold them as though they're facts, turn out to be fiction. And in recognizing that, a great unburdening begins internally, and you begin to feel a great joy and freedom. And all your relationships of every kind somehow are inspired or touched by that discovery within your own self. Thereafter, how you live, how your life expression wishes to flow, I feel that it flows within a great freedom, because you discover who and what you truly are here. And that for me, it is the most direct way. There is not the only way, but it is a very direct way. And of course, people have come here also from varying traditions and experiences and disciplines and spiritual paths and so on. Also from the areas of, therapy and psychotherapy and all of these things. And have found that there are still things that were not complete, that they're finding a sense of completeness in focusing on that from where all things are perceived. So this is our way of looking. And it is not a moralistic standpoint. It is a space of true freedom. But it's not freedom as an ideology or freedom as a philosophy. It is the living freedom, which is free to be who you cannot not be. And so that, I would say, I'm more comfortable to talk about. All other things, they come and go. Come and go. And we see, even with strong determination, sometimes we say, I will never do this, and find that life throws a custard pie in your face and show you how many times you do this. And I will never leave you, and find, my God, how many times I've left you, and whatever things like this. So I don't feel it is necessary to set about to try and put life in any particular shape, but more to find the shapeless first, and to see if it is different from who you are. And thereafter this, I feel I don't need to worry about you, concern myself for you. In fact, people go on from this in a very genuine way, to not have to be any particular thing. Something becomes resolved inside, and relationships take place without force and with such immense freedom, a true freedom. And yet there's a deep loyalty in that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Very good. Thank you for that.
We are talking about relationship, and what I found, and I have a question about what is the most important relationship in life in terms of this game, of this dimension. I know we are multi-dimensional beings, but we live here. And what I have found is relationship with my soul, and this changed everything in my life. There's no effort, nothing, no planning, nothing at all. And now it's a name, it's a kind of label, could be kind of soul, spirit, but I kind of needed it to kind of put the frames. Yeah, and question is, do you think is it the most important relationship we should have kind of to look after the most?
Yeah.
Really.
It is a good thing, I feel you're saying, and it can be expressed in broad, different words, of course. So we are not going to be like that, where you say, no, use the word soul and it really is spirit, because there are people who are doing that so much. The language, there are much more, life is much simpler than all the language that we use. So you say about the relationship one has with oneself, for instance, that is what has worked for you, brought you, that's the most important relationship. Then relationship kind of has a sense of two-ness about it, even if you're talking about yourself, I have a relationship with myself. So I and myself. So is it two things?
For me, it's individuality.
Okay.
So I perceive myself more like am,
Yes.
or without individuality, because for me that's the
Okay.
spirit, kind of, not even soul. So for me it's a kind of whole consciousness, everything what I see.
Yes. So if you go beyond this thing of saying, if you say I is a kind of individuality, if you say like this, I, it's not strictly necessarily have to be like that, because we create meanings. They don't exist by themselves. We create them. No? So if you use that shape, that I is individuality, then there is something that is aware even of individuality. There's something is aware of individuality. So that in which individuality is seen. What is that particularly? It is here. We know that even individuality is seen. So individuality is become something that we can know or perceive.
For me it's more a state of being aware of being aware. It's awareness.
Yeah, okay. Where's the relationship of this? Is it not a one? It's not. It is a harmony, no?
But I kind of feel it's still like all I see. It's my creation, but the source of it, which I'm the part of the source, is outside. Kind of the reality doesn't create this, because it's my game, kind of.
Yes.
So the I, when I lose I and am, just what is left is am or nothing. I mean nothing. The silence for me is everything.
Yes. For you, being what? The amness is everything for me. And me is what?
I knew it. Yeah, I think it's.
No, I'm very much like what you're speaking, because I don't feel, I'm not trying to pick at it.
Yeah.
I feel it, but we're just clarifying a little bit, like this. Huh?
I don't want to even, like I say, I think, but it's a kind of feeling that at some point I started to believe I'm separate, and in this kind of cloud of being separate, which is just belief, I started to create everything. So I am, they are, ego, everything. So this is just a belief that I am.
Is I also belief?
I think that in a state of, in the reality, in the source, there's no awareness being that I exist. So
There is nothing that says I exist.
yeah, I'm not even aware I exist.
That is your experience?
I kind of deeply understand this somehow.
Yeah. Meaning that I maybe personally don't really exist, although there is something that has a name and says, I like this, I don't like that. We have to be really honest about it, because otherwise you end up with a very complex game and becoming very tight, trying to be nobody. You see? When that's not necessary, the sense of the consciousness playing like this is okay. It's more superficial. When we say, say, would you like tahini or ketchup? Well, I'm nothing. I don't. You see? So he said, no, I like tahini, but a little bit of ketchup, tomatoes. Yeah? And you don't feel that somehow, I slipped up because I am the Absolute, and the Absolute doesn't like ketchup particularly. So I say, no, all of this is you. All of this is you, but this is only maybe our time-bound expression, something which is time. Because time, you can say, is created through the mind, but it is created by the mind of God. Create the sense of time, and we all have the sense of time. This body is play the sense of time. You cannot say, I don't see anybody. But you can experience inside that all the varying bodies that are perceived, they are all aspects of the same one that I am. You can actually experience that. But we don't have to deny the sense, like I don't see, I don't smell anything. There's no such thing as, because I've seen people do that and they end up just being very strange and deeply irritable to their families and stuff like that. Because, like, I am not, there's no such thing as a father. I mean, it's, why do you bother making such trouble for yourself? It's okay. There can be all of this, and yet at the same time, I'm none of this. You do have the feeling.
Yeah,
It's
with me it's opposite. I started to really accept everything. Like, really, I like this, I did this.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. For no reason, I'm doing everything for no reason, and that's the freedom. I mean, since I kind of felt it. Then
Genuinely, the feeling of I begins to lose its rigidity, and so somehow begins to melt out somehow. But still, you are, isn't it? But you cannot define it. You cannot define what it is. This is it.
Once remember Papa G, this one video on YouTube about Maya. That Maya is and it's not. So I kind of feel like always this no black, no white exists and doesn't exist. Everything is like this. So it gives the space to just be.
It is good that you see like this. The thing exists but it doesn't exist also. Especially if it comes through your own insight and contemplation, it becomes more clear. And then gradually you find yourself keeping quiet about it. Otherwise, the mind gradually comes back in to, kind of keep feeding, make it into some kind of philosophy or something. Something just it burns itself out. I'm very happy to talk to you. Thank you. Very good. Where are you from?
From Poland.
From Poland? Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Mooji,
Hey.
I was sitting there feeling very, very deeply contented, peace.
Yes.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Yes.
I felt like I was in deep sleep, but with senses still operating.
Yes.
But I'm going to say that I don't want to go home just with a nice feeling. I'm going to risk risk it. I'm going to see how far I can go today.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't want to go home with only nice feeling. Huh? It won't last if it's only nice feeling. Only feeling, it will not last. I don't want to go with not just nice feeling. And when you have this silence, this deep peace, why is this there? Because in the deep peace, you personally are not there. When you personally are not there, peace is shining there. Love is shining there. Joy is shining there. Happiness is shining there. You see? You see, I don't want to go home just with what feeling of peace, because feelings come and go. Then what does not come and go? What does not come and go? It does not depend on any mood or any season or how you are treated even. People come and they say things that are not pleasant to you. But that is still not affected by it. It never gets depressed. It never gets excited. It's what am I speaking? To what am I referring to speak like that? Because you yourself say, I don't want to go home with just nice feeling. So good. Something beyond just feelings. Beyond pleasantness or unpleasantness. What is it? When you know this, then it's not that you don't care anymore, but more that you don't mind. I don't mind what happens now. Because it doesn't affect what I truly am. Some people may say, but you don't have any feelings. I say, no, your feelings are there also. They come. They don't stick. Even a judgment may come, but it cannot grow. It will only pass. Everything is only passing. But this is not passing. The waking state does not trouble it. The dream state does not make it into a dream. The deep sleep does not make it vanish. It is always here. What is it? Where is it?
It's here. But it's too thin.
It's very thin.
It goes.
It goes.
Yeah.
Yes. What watches it go? If it goes, we have to then test out the genuineness of the weakness of it coming and going to see if it really goes or it is just imagined to go. So we want to know if we can see if this weakness who is talking about it is genuine or not, if it goes.
I think I just realized it was just covered. When I open my eyes, it's covered by the senses.
Yeah. It is covered by the senses.
I think
If it is covered, it must have some shape. If you cover something, so I have this thing here, I cover it. Now you can't see it. Put it away. You see, now I have got the thing here, my eye drops, I'm going to cover it. If I cover it, it must have some shape. How can you does it have a shape, this thing? Does it have a size?
yes, as I realize, it's this sense of being covered is actually thin.
It's actually seen.
Yes,
Yeah.
something's aware of.
Yes. But what is the size of this which is being covered now? Because now we are talking about the pure self, no? Yeah? Which is what you say, I don't want to go home with only feeling. I say, okay, I don't want you to go home with only feeling. It won't last anyway. Even before getting to the airport, it's probably gone. It won't make it to the plane. So I don't want to give you any promise about this. Okay? So I say, good, okay, let's not bother with that. What is that which will not fade? Does it have a size? Does it have a shape?
Don't say it, but I know it. Yes, I know. I know.
The sense of being. The
Yes.
sense of being. Does it have does it have a boundary? Then after this boundary, on this side it's not anymore. It comes only up to this boundary, and then beyond here it doesn't. Is it like that?
No.
No. So what can cover it?
It doesn't get covered.
Doesn't get covered. So this is just another kind of delusion exposed. It's good. A delusion is exposed, because if it's not exposed, you keep believing it, and you will believe it into existence, and then it will become a reality for you.
No. Yes.
Yes. So what can cover up the infinite? Must be something more infinite than the infinite.
I know I was being greedy. I wanted something dramatic.
Something dramatic.
Yeah. I wanted permanent enlightenment.
Permanent enlightenment is dramatic?
I don't know. It's something out of the ordinary. Something's not
Only if the
simple.
mind that takes it. Maybe the
I know.
mind wants, you mean like a Hollywood enlightenment or something.
I know.
Like this?
Yeah.
It's only a thing to see clearly. No? When you see clearly through something, then it loses its power. If an illusion is exposed, it immediately loses its power.
Yes.
Isn't it? And something feels like this thing is covering up, then look at covering. How can you cover it up? What is it? Does it have a shape? If you have a shape and a size, you can cover it. Then you say it has no shape, no size. So how can it be covered? And by what could it be covered? We say like somehow my fingernail can cover the sun. Yeah, you can do. Your fingernail can cover the sun. Can you imagine? In the same way, one thought believed in can seem to cover your intuitive recognition of what is. Just one thought, like I'm not, I'm not good enough, believed in, and bye. Because we're going to have to work a long time to try and get you to feel worthy or something. But it has nothing to do with worthy or unworthy. Worthy or unworthy are only ideas appearing in the mind or in the self. It is not the self. Then you see like this.
Yes, I see.
So then something is like the sky, and all your thoughts and feelings are like the clouds that's coming and going. Some clouds are big and dark, and some are light and fast, and others are like this. Everything is there. But the sky doesn't go away. None of them can hide the sky. They are just, it is always the same. And you are like that. You have to see that place in you which is always here. It's always here.
Yes.
You see, it even observes consciousness itself functioning. So what can that be? Then I ask you, look a bit inside now. Turn your attention inside. Look. Then I ask you, look outside. Look, and you can. Then I ask you, where is it located, that which is able to see inside and outside? Where is it?
Yes, no, anywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Can it be simple like that? Can it be simple like that?
Thank you, Mooji, thank you.
Are we finished like that, or are you just afraid? Are you getting afraid?
No.
No. Okay. Because sometimes you have to check, So, okay, thank you, I'm going. What have you seen now? Come and tell me. What have you understood? What did you see? Speak, sit and tell me.
I don't know. I feel love.
You feel love?
Yeah. I feel peace.
But what happens when you don't feel peace?
I go to.
This is what I want to check now before you go home. You see? Because if peace is the prize, you say, I feel peace now. Oh, good, I feel love. Okay, thank you much, I'm going now. But what happens when you don't feel peace? Then you're going to fall to pieces. No, but you see, I have to check it, that you're seen from the right place. Don't go for the doggy biscuit. You feel peace, oh yes, good, now I go. No, you said, peace is here now. This is good, this is true. But something weaknesses peace. Something also experiences, weaknesses love also. Then what about when some contrary feeling come, like selfishness or something? Will you be as steady as that?
I have to wait for that to come. To see how I feel.
But is it just a feeling now? Is there only feelings here? Or are you not aware that you are the awareness of the feeling? Don't go just for the feeling now. So give space for the sky to change. Don't choose any favorite clouds. Give space for the sky to change. So now dark clouds are coming. Don't identify as dark clouds or bright clouds. Does the sky mind? No. You must be like that. But at the same time, you cannot be like that by just effort. Now I am going to be like that. Because as long as you have the feeling of I and its person, it will become effort. Who understand what I'm speaking? Very good. As long as you have the feeling of I, who has to remain like that, there will be effort. And then it soon will become too much for you. You have to see that which is beyond effort. The effortless I.
I feel this how far I can go now.
You feel this is as far as you can go now. This is also thought, you see. This is as far as I can go. I can't cope with too much more now. But this seeing should give you energy. Should not make you tired, you see. This seeing should give you energy and feel, wow, I want to go all the way. Or if you say, no, I can't go more than this now. Look now at this feeling of exhaustion. Something feels I can't go more than this. Don't identify with that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, don't identify with anything, good or bad. Huh? Don't panic. No effort, no strain. Like space. Yes. Not a state also. Not a state. State comes and goes. Stateless state. Determination not needed. Strength not needed. Braveness not needed. Let everything go. Let everything go. Don't hold on to any shape. Put it to the test. Let everything go and see if you will fall. Don't hold anything, not even yourself. What is happening? Are you afraid? No. You can put it into words. Okay.
It's peace.
Peace is there. Okay.
It's not something spectacular.
Nothing spectacular. No. Very good.
It's happiness.
Just happiness. Okay.
I wonder should I settle with this?
You want to do what?
I wonder should I settle with this? Is this it?
Yeah. Don't try and find out this question. She wants to know, I want to know if this is it. So don't follow this at all. Because your mind is going to say, nearly. So you don't want any measurement at all. You just stay being nothing. If this is it, it's not your business. I don't know anything. I don't know if this is it or not. I am nothing at all. Throw everything out. Don't hold on to anything now.
Yes, I'm very happy.
Yeah?
Yes. 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 I can't say it.
You cannot. This you cannot say. Nobody can say. Nobody could say it. Not even the Buddha. They could not say it. The Lord Jesus Christ could not say it. You can only be it. You cannot say it. Words are inadequate. You see? Yeah. Very good. Very good.
I don't know if I can walk anymore, but I'll try.
It's okay. Maybe you can't walk anymore. It's okay. Yeah, let me see if you go now. Yeah? Very good. Yes, nice walk. Nice walk. Huh? Because it is true. Sometimes it came like this and could not. Too much joy. Too much joy. You can't walk. You have to sit by the road like this, pretend like this. The people pass in my town also like that. People sometimes ask, Mooji, you okay? Yes, I'm okay. The legs are shaking. It's just too much joy. Come, okay. We are almost now. Come. I love you too. Yes.
When Goeman was talking, my heart was saying, I want to go all the way.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping me.
Yeah.
And when I say I, who is it?
Yes. If nothing is stopping you, where are you then? Also, where to go? Why go? Go means to leave. Why leave? Only if you believe you can stay with the mind, you hold into the mind. You say, I don't want to go back home, I want to stay with you. But if you're not with the mind, where do you have to go? Then the life will come to show if you're hiding something. You see? Life will come in different ways. Maybe a child or something, or a banana hit you on the head or some whatever. So, oh my God, yeah, I still have this. There's still me. I'm still me here.
Yeah,
or something like
I
that.
see that.
Yeah.
I see the me, the person coming and going.
But when you see the person coming and going, don't give too much importance to that. Don't believe this is something significant. It's only habit. It's only the habit. Don't think, oh, there is this person coming and going. It's nothing. It's just coming. It's your neighbor. You come and go. The one who is really here cannot come and go.
Yeah.
It's only the neighbor. He's a tourist. He come and go. Let him come and go.
Sometimes the comer, the me, takes residence. Not for long. That's witnessed, but not in the moment.
Forget about this in the moment also. Because the whole of the mind is a trafficking. Everything. You say, no, I sometimes I forget to be in the moment. This is also a thought. Doesn't matter. I just forget to be myself. That's just a thought also. You cannot not be yourself. Maybe better that thought come. I cannot not be myself. Then it will strangle the other one. And when he's a stronger thought, so he strangle the other one. And when he's dead, that one will also go as well.
So it's a thought that I'm not letting go. It's a thought that I want to be in control. It's all these are just the thoughts.
All are thoughts.
Will you make sure that there's nothing left here?
That also is a thought. Nothing can challenge the Supreme Being. Nothing can say, listen, I'm coming. Don't be disappointed with me. It doesn't know anything like that. This voice belongs to the realm of the mind, which is an aspect of the self, the part that plays. It wants to play. It plays at being, this. And his favorite game is, I want to find the self. Yeah? Like that. It is a self. Favorite game is, I want to find the self. Maybe like this. Or other things, like I am this beautiful person, I'm famous. It plays all these things for a while. But it's all you can call it's called like dream. No? Someone brought and said, you also Papaji's word, Maya is and Maya is not. It appears to be, and then also it seems to be, but it seems to be not. But like that. Something is here that's not concerned about any of this at all. When you discover yourself as not being different from this, And then it's a very beautiful discovery. Because one of the worst mistakes is to keep thinking there is something about these things. This really happened and this really didn't happen. And then you create an identity as someone that things happen to. It may sound strange to you I'm saying this thing, but I cannot think of anything more kind and loving and true than I'm telling you now. I don't believe anybody. We're all making things up. This thing happened to me when I was 16, and yeah, okay, yeah. It's okay. It's not a big deal. What's the big deal? Many things happened to me when I was 16. I don't know what are they. I don't know. I don't remember anything. Nothing happened. Sometimes you say things happen. Sometimes things doesn't happen. You go to someone's house crying, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta go, and then you go. And next 5 minutes you start to laugh with someone else, and the people you left just get worried. How can I help her? And they're going, it's all a joke. So this identity that we carry, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So, okay, I tell you, 5:45 this morning, what was your thought? Or yesterday afternoon, 5:45, what were you thinking about? What exactly were you feeling? Was it something beautiful, passionate, or nothing, or what? Where is it now? There's nothing. Let's not even go to 5:45 yesterday. Yeah? 10 minutes ago, exactly what were you feeling? Where is it now? So this is just traffic, just coming and going. Just your mind maybe has the capacity for making a bigger story than someone else can do out of it. This thing happened to me, and I went there, and all these people, and they were all very strange, and all these people there looking very quiet, but all very noisy, and we can make all kind of things. Is it true? No, it's not true. It's just your version of something, which even you don't believe. So if something, simply let all of that, don't worry about this. And the easiest way is to discover who is doing and saying all these things. And then you come to see the idea I have of who I am or who I should be is saying all these things, thinking all these things. But the real self, well, it doesn't think anything actually. It's just here. Then with this understanding, a different kind of deepening happens. A different kind of journey, a journey which is not about kilometers or miles happen. A journey of subtlety, an innerness, an inwardness. And no one can understand this one. You find that there's nowhere you can be separate from the Supreme. And this is not belief. So I'm telling you to believe, concentrate. No, forget everything. Forget everything, including yourself. Be nothing. Even for just a few minutes, and see what happens. See if we have to call a taxi to take you home when you forget everything. See if you walk around bumping into trees and eating stones or something. Because we have a lot of fear. See, if I'm not in control, I might do something I'd be really ashamed about. Try and see. The angels within your own being I'm feeling very happy. Oh, yes, good. Stop fighting. We are only here. Where can God go to hide? It would have to be some place where God is not. And where is God not? When you relax, you find somehow you're making a journey without moving anywhere. You can't say anything about it. But your joy is inexhaustible. Say something.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Are you disappointed?
No.
No.
I don't know what to do.
Oh, it's not bad. Me too. This is a freedom, though. When you think you know what to do and it doesn't get done, you feel disappointed. You feel life is difficult. Again, my things don't work. Let life do. And you're alive, it's happening together. Is my word so foreign? Are they so far away?
How can it be that I flow with everything you say? I understand it. I see it. But the I is still there.
Let it be there. Don't leave him out. He needs a good trip. Bring him in. Let him come in. Why leave him out? Yeah, don't how you want to leave him out. When somehow it has so much, carries so much of your fragrance. You think, oh, let it be there, let it be here. Don't worry about how things will be done. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you things you cannot do. I love to do that. To tell you what you cannot do. Because if I tell you what you can do, because your mind goes, oh yeah, I know how to do that. How long will you be here?
Leaving tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Just came for the Sunday satsang.
Oh.
It's bank holiday. It's tomorrow in London. It's a holiday.
Oh, okay. I must go there then. I think Portugal has more holidays than anybody else. Brazil as well. Typical, same. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Someone will come and play some music for me while we're doing. Who is coming?
This song is it's in Arabic, so maybe I could translate some of it.
You want to?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahadun, Allahu samadu, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahadun. It says it's from the Quran, and it's the shortest of all the verses, but it's said to contain the whole essence of the Quran. And it says, in God's name, the most benevolent, the most merciful. Say, He, God, is one. He is infinite. He has not been born, nor has He begotten. He is without equal, yet only He is. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahadun, Allahu samadu, lam yalid wa lam yulad ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. يا ملك يا ملك يا ملك يا ملك يا ملك يا ملك ملك يا من. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. يا ملك يا ملك يا ملك Ya Malikul, Ya Malikul, Ya Malikul, Mulki Yaman. Ya Malikul, Ya Malikul, Ya Malikul, Mulki Yaman. Ya Allahu, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahimu, Ya Baru, Ya Karimu, Ya Azimu, Ya Rahmanu, Ya Rahimu, Ya Baru, Ya Karimu, Ya Azimu. Qul huwallahu ahadun, Allahu samadu, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu